while eliminating only $1,360 in annual city property tax revenue. Total consolidated tax revenue was $4,134. Shows the city's commitment to one of our largest employers, our downtown. Will look favorably in any future Main Street, Iowa application. As I said before, the total cost of the project is expected to be about $1.88 million, based on a 10-year note that equates to a $100,000 home property would see an increase of $54 a year, $4.50 a month. A $200,000 commercial property would see an increase of $216 a year, or $18 a month. Now we come to the police department. There is also a need for a long-term location for the police department. Once the city hall is vacated, the building could be given a complete renovation that would allow full utilization of the main and upper floor for police department activities. This would allow both the fire department and police department to work together, as well as be close to City Hall to share operating expenses. It will eliminate the annual rent the police department now pays up at the county courthouse, which is presently $38,000, anticipated to increase close to $50,000. If the city chooses, there is cash on hand that the city can use to make these renovations without adding to the bond referendum. Steve Eischer will now show you some plans.
Thank you, Judy.
I'm Steve Usher, architect for the project. I'll run through the plan and give you a little background on how we got to where we're at. So everybody can maybe see a little bit of it. Again, I was tasked to look at the property on the east side of 4th Avenue for a new city hall, as well as parking. What we've come up with is a plan that has on-grade parking at the north end of the property for 29 cars, potential diagonal parking off of 4th Avenue of 14 additional cars, and then there's space to the south as well for potential or future staff police parking of 16 spaces. We chose to locate the building in the center of the block because that's where our widest footprint is. Gives us the most opportunity to create the building that works better functionally, rather than locating it on the north end of the property. So we have a building that's about 5,750 square feet on one level. This property, the current plans incorporate some of the comments that I received from our last meeting, as well as some new ideas where we shifted the building and the parking a little bit further east so we can create a little bit of a plaza, at least in front of the building, that gives us some sort of a presence and a place to put a flagpole, that type of thing, more of a ceremonial type space. And then this plan, of course, shows the fire station where it is now, and then renovating the police department in this current structure. As far as the floor plan is concerned, again, we've incorporated some of the changes that came up after our previous comment. I should say that this is a plan as a culmination of a lot of different meetings, a lot of discussions with the staff, the users of the facility, to try to come up with a facility that meets all the needs, as well as hopefully fit within the budget. I divided the building into this beige color is what I would consider the public after-hours access space for meetings and or council meetings. The light green color then is the actual functioning City Hall project area that would be secured off after hours. We've downsized the lobby a little bit to give a little more functional office space. We've reconfigured the mayor's office so he has a meeting capabilities within his office as well. Other than that, we still have our meeting rooms. We have our offices basically the way that we saw the plan previously. most of the public access interaction occurs. People need to be able to get to the building official's office in a hurry. And the council chambers multi-purpose area can be divided in half, so we could have two separate functions going on at the same time. And then we also have access, of course, to the basement. The basement will provide space for long-term storage, secured fireproof storage for long-term files, mechanical electrical space and IT systems, as well as a storm shelter, multi-purpose area that could also be long-term storage, but a storm shelter that will function as a storm shelter for the community as well as the building occupants. Because of the fact that we'll be removing buildings that have basements, it makes a lot of sense to put a basement in this structure rather than try to do slab on grade. It's really going to be a very economical way to construct extra space. As far as the look of the building, it's basically the same, except like I say, we've developed a little area in front that we could have our flagpole, we could have a little dedication or memorial type spaces. It gives us a little more landscaping by shifting the building a little bit further to the east. And that's a really quick rundown of the synopsis of what we've worked at for several months. Are there any questions or comments? I do have a handout if you haven't received already of this very same presentation. So. And like Judy alluded to, we have done a cost estimate with professional fees and a building contingency and an estimated land acquisition cost. We are at the $1.88 million range right at this point.
Looks like you've incorporated a little bit of the outside design to match the current building.
Yeah, we definitely tried to incorporate some of the elements of this building, the stone lintels above the windows, the stone capping at the top of the walls, the white brick rectangles, which are very prominent on this building. What we try to do is not match this building, obviously, but